Good morning. Here we go. Down the slope. Oh, I can't make that anymore. Zip zop zoopity bop is gone. Oh boy. Another rough morning to wake up for. But we ride on. We ride on. I'm just getting used to it's due 6:30 waking up. And it's like, I don't know, maybe right in the middle of a like circadian rhythm or whatever. I'll wake up though. 10 minutes on this and I'll be right as rain, hopefully. Right now, tired as hell. Want to go back to bed. But I can't. Can't do it with the T-Rex on my back. So yesterday we did a technical test of our to-be-named new podcast. Went well. Everything worked. Everything clicked in. Spacing's looking good. Some clouds in the sky. I can still see the sun coming up though. I think I spooked someone and like I have the windows wide open. And I like turn on the lights and everyone's asleep at 6 in the morning. But someone was like sitting in their car, like behind my house. And as soon as I flicked it on, I heard the car like start and they took off. I'm like, why are you sitting in a parking lot alone? At a business that's definitely closed. I don't know. Seems suspicious. Maybe they were sleeping. Who knows? Who am I to judge? What am I doing on this? Every morning. Before anyone else wakes up. I need to buy a heart monitor, but I'm paralyzed by choice. And I don't know if I need it, but nice to have for sure. Again, I got the bike. That was my big investment for the year. And I feel like I don't need to be like pushing it. Like even low intensity on the bike here. Still way better than what I was doing. It's nice every once in a while to do like an interval. push it to the limit. See what you're capable of. Reach new heights. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like since this has started, I've been really bad with sit-ups and push-ups. I just get so in my head, like anything body weight, it's just so much harder to do when you're fat. So I just don't like to do them at all. Because I know I gotta do the easier way. But I just gotta get over that. Because, like, that's the only way you get stronger. Push-ups have always been embarrassing. A big source of frustration.
Bulkbogan official said, today my ISP thought it would be a great prank to charge me 8x my monthly fee in a day.
Ooh. Well, glad you got that resolved. They're like, damn it, he noticed. Who checks their phone bill or their internet? Yeah, I have that happen. I have like, for the longest time I didn't have alerts set up, but now I have alerts for a certain threshold.
That's the thing, it went into minus and blocked my entire net.
Oh no! Oh, come on. That's the worst. Beginning software, I go, that's just a bad update. One guy is suffering. He has incurred the rage of all this customer service and all the customers. And what new thing could you possibly be adding to the billing system? If you're getting billing, you know, as evil as banks are, and as like outdated as their sites are, at least that's one thing I don't have to worry. They must have like very intense QA over anything transactional based. Or it's so complicated nobody knows how to change it anymore. So it's just like stuck in this weird black box state. Either way, like their disaster recovery and their uptime and their ability to release changes without breaking that part. Generally pretty good. For everybody else though, it's questionable.
Hey now, where the weight graphic?
Where the weight graphic? I'll let you in on a secret. It's 275. It's 0.9, but 275. I don't know. I got too much anxiety from just staring at it every day. Same with the day graphic even. It's in the title. I don't need all this extra stuff. You should see from my body the progress. My body will be the physical human label of my weight and my health. And also, we had a rough week, and I didn't want to face the number. Yeah, it's our anniversary, and Alan's birthday is today. So I went a little bit crazy. Diet slipped, for sure. But we're back on it. We're back on track.
Do you think T-Rex from the Jurassic Park did that shit?
Yeah.
Nah, that's all CGI or something.
Mm-hmm. Still holds up today. Are we ever going to get to a place in CGI where we that looks like shit? It still looks amazing. It's got the lighting effects and everything on it. This was back on, like, I mean, look at Dennis Nedry's computer, where we thought every computer still had weird visual Linux, who knows what. I think it's just like so impressive. It's just like Disney animators animating rotoscoping and like making it look good. I'm like, oh my god. Like I think the biggest flex from Disney is like Beauty and the Beast. Like doing like the 3D graphics of like the big dance ballroom scene or whatever. It's like, holy shit. I mean, they had computers for that, but not for the drawing, not for like actual Belle. They had to like figure it out, what angle it's coming from, and match like the weird ballroom model. Man, that's fucking
Prehistoric Planet
impressive.
had great Dino CGI.
Never heard of it, Prehistoric Planet. I'll have to look it up. And I gotta look it up, and it's gonna be like PS1 level graphics.
Apple TV documentary.
Okay, interesting. You know, I've been watching a lot more like Prime and Netflix animal documentaries because there's like new stuff, which that blows my mind. That there's a new animal documentary. How are you getting money for that in these days and age? But some of these, how are they getting like so close? I know it must be like 1,000-foot lens or something, and they're just like a mile away. But sometimes I wonder, it's like, it looks like they're right there. I'm like, you can't really do that in a jungle, because then trees would block everything. Like, are they just in like the most elaborate deer blinds ever? Like Ace Ventura, they're just inside
A lot of that is
giant
done in
mechanical
editing,
rhino?
especially for animal docs.
Interesting. Another funny thing they do in animal documentaries. Coco is feeling upset at her former lover's new ape
It's
bride.
still okay
It's
as
like, how
long
do you
as
know
they
that?
don't lie.
Is it really that obvious? Or are you just making shit up? I can't. It's almost like with reality TV. I don't believe you. I think you just made that in editing. You could take a, you know, what's that film student project where it's like a guy just looking straight at the camera, and it's like a bowl of chili, and then it's like a flower, and it's back at him, and it's supposed to convey emotion. Are you just lying to me about this, like, this tribe of apes? It's okay as long as they don't lie, yeah. I'm saying I think they're always lying. I watched this, like, it was like a war over mangoes. And it's like, what, the head apes or whatever is getting old.
Back in
Someone keeps
60s,
challenging
Disney
them.
did an animal documentary. They faked about lemmings jumping of cliff to make it exciting.
Ah, see, you know. And especially, there's a certain level of trust when it comes to, like, a documentary. If it comes from, like, a reputable source, it's like a popular documentary with a lot of money in it, I'm going to believe that shit for the rest of my life. Come hell or high water. Even if it's proven false. Lies spread faster than the truth. Oh my god, I'm so glad I took a rest day. My legs feel amazing. They feel so fresh. You know when you like flex and your muscles tighten up, and it gets like, you get that like, I can't hold this forever. That's what my legs felt like when I was just going 7 days a week, no rest. They were like always that level tense. I was like, well, that's not good. But now, back to normal. And that too, they trick you too with a lot of things where it's like, oh, this is just like cute penguin documentary. Let me put this on.
Legs so fresh they are certified on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, And then like an hour into the documentary, it's like, the penguins encounter a polar bear. And it's just like this like PG animal documentary turns into like R-rated like gore. Looks like the polar bear has got a hold of one of the babies. It's like, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere. Did you really need to put that in there? Could I get a polar bear warning? That is the most grotesque shit I've ever. I just wanted to watch the cute penguins. And the polar bear has moved on. It's like, if you just cut that out, the rest of the documentary is fine. It's just like they were like wanting to show that for some reason. So for who? Who's that for? Who's the sick bastard who's like specifically watching an animal documentary for the evisceration? Yes, nature is scary. I understand. I want a little bit of an illusion sometimes.
Werner Herzog's doc on Antarctics is neat. There's a depressed penguin that walks into the center Antarctic.
Oh. Again, how much of this is made in editing, but also. I believe it. So lonely penguin walks into the center of the Antarctic. Like I want to do every day.
Nah, Werner just is like that.
Oh, wow. I feel my soul intertwined with the penguin, and we have become one. I have a terrible Werner Herzog. I'm doing more of a magic murder bag from Venture Brothers. Nature is scary, though. I live near a nature center, and we have like hawks that live in the nature center. And those bad boys are huge. When they
He
like
did a
swoop down
YouTube
to the
interview
ground,
about
they're on
skateboarding
the
for
ground for like
shits
2
and giggles.
seconds. But man, they're like wingspan spreads out, and it's like the entire width of the sidewalk. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's very funny. Werner is like he's a fun guy. He's not super serious. He likes to be funny every once in a while. Like him on Conan was very funny. He was on an episode of Conan Needs a Friend. I was like, oh my god, this is the best shit ever. You gotta love people that have a good sense of humor.
He really wanted to see Baby Yoda in Mandalorian.
Yeah. How much for the child? I've got a depressed penguin I could trade you for him. You think Werner goes into like a scene going, "Oh, I hope this doesn't get memed. Give me the child." Give me your clothes, your shoes, your baby Yoda.
I kinda wish Jurassic Park 4 still was in production. Hell, those new movies aren't good.
Man, I mean, you just watched the first one, it's so good. And then they just dropped the ball for all the rest of them. Like, what's her face running in heels against T-Rex? It's like a lot of people are like hyper focused on that, but I think that's like the epitome of like not caring, because it's like, yo, you're treating us like idiots. Like, you didn't see that, and be like, everyone's gonna be like, what the hell? I don't know. Don't treat me like an absolute moron. And then Chris Pratt being able to talk to raptors. They should have, just torn them to bits. Don't make me, like, sympathize with the ultimate predators. Like, so stupid. Again, treating us like we're morons. Jurassic Park 1 was very interesting, because most of the people that went on the trip were against the park. They did not want the park to exist. They were like, this is amazing, but why did you do this, Dr. Hammond? Like, why did you, like, commercialize this before, like, this is, like, an amazing advancement, but you're like, these are, like, living things, not playthings. And then Dennis Nedry, immediate betrayal. Man, that's like a brand new park, and already he like felt underappreciated. But it made sense. Like, people's wants and desires, they made sense. Yeah, Dennis Nedry is the villain, but Dr. Hammond's also the villain. And then a movie that could still stunt on, like, amazing CGI. It is held up 30 years later. Like, God dang, that is impressive. Whereas, like, even the first reboot of Jurassic World or whatever, it doesn't look that. It's still on the uncanny valley.
It
Like,
killed stop motion animation.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, I know I've seen like the behind the scenes. I know it's still like CGI, but it's like, look at the shadows. How did they do that shit? The color matching and everything. That is like better than teams of 10,000 today. It looks so good. How did they do that? As like a hobbyist animator, I just put one big sun, and maybe if I'm fascinated, or I'll put it like a color like in the background or something of a shot. You could tweak that shit for days, though, and you're like, this is not exactly how I want to. Wizards of light and shadow. That is one industry I wish would unionize, and I don't think ever will, because it's like you get to work on movies. It's like you get to be a nerdy graphic person working on a big Marvel movie.
Honestly,
CGI
even modern
people,
ILM stuff is still good compared to Marvel slop CGI.
Yeah, yeah. All the CGI people should unionize because they are worked to the damn bone. Game development, big game development studios. Again, I think they would just replace everybody, unfortunately. But I wish that they could unionize. Because those people, studios completely take advantage of people's desire to work on a movie. And that is being a huge net negative. Because one, all of these CGI companies are like hemorrhaging money because they always over budget and way past the deadline. And they're also working these people to the bone with, like, I think overtime is just like common. And overtime when you're in crunch mode. And I've already been working 80-hour weeks for the past 2 years. You mean now I got to work 120-hour weeks? There's only so far a person can be pushed. And for what, a Spider-Man fight scene that nobody's really going to pay that much attention to because it's just like totally detached from the movie.
And Everything Everywhere All at Once CGI was made by 2 people in a cave with a bunch of scraps.
Yeah, and that was like interesting. They had like the craziest thing was that montage of like every frame was a different like every couple of frames. They had to like fully set up and stage and do CGI for like less than a second worth of footage for like hundreds of these scenes. That had to have been crazy to shoot. But very interesting. I appreciate the effort. And yeah, the movie looked great for a fraction of the budget of these other things. Like, does it make sense to the movie?
Some CGI, some VFX, and costuming.
Yes, exactly, exactly. That is cheaper and better than any Marvel fight scene that has like nothing to do with the movie. Like, don't give me a 5-minute explosions, laser beams flying off everywhere. I hate those scenes. Now, you want to do a fight scene? Give me the Raid. Give me like a Jackie Chan fight scene. Those are visually interesting. No CGI, you know. Who cares that he's like fighting a couple guys
like
at a
the
time?
new Fan 4-stick trailer, I was sad the thing wasn't real.
Really? There's a new Fantastic Four trailer? Interesting. I know the Thing. Maybe it's the Thing origin story. We're the Fantastic Three, guys. Hey, is
Yeah,
that
by
Rock
Marvel
moving
now.
over there? By Marvel now. Oh, interesting. Who makes these decisions? We're just wrung out on superhero movies. I don't know. I'm sort of curious, but oh boy, hiccups.
Byzantiadev said, that's a good background. Must go faster, must go fader.
Oh shit, what are you talking about? Oh my god, it's a T-Rex!
Boltbogan official said,
Good morning, Biz.
I was never into them anyways, only watched GOTG12 by my own volition.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, very good. Again, that's another hard one, having a complete CGI. But they did good with Rocket. You forget that
all other
CGI
knowledge
at points
about
in the
Marvel
movie.
was put into my head without my consent.
Yeah.
Byzantiadev said, I like that the green screen is becoming the Simpsons couch gag of aped.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it fun to look for a new thing to be running away from. Yeah, I set it up for one thing, and I'm like, I'm not taking this shit down.
Boltbogan official said,
around.
hey now don't disrhyme me auntie, we don't know it mute be a blue screen.
Yeah. You don't know. Even from the faint glow of this, you don't know.
Byzantiadev said, I really liked Winter Soldier and Logan. Most of them go in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, I don't, I've never seen either one of those, but yeah, completely forgettable.
Boltbogan official said, oh yeah Logan was great, but that's not Marvel.
Oh, is that when it's still Sony or whatever? Or who owned the rights to? I want a big name brand tossed to like a nobody.
Legit help me with accepting that my dad will eventually die. Jews like Wolverine.
On a motorcycle driving into a secret government facility, attacking everybody.
He probably won't do that rampage at the end though.
That's where my mind went.
Byzantiadev said, the police squad intro would be good for the green
That's
screen.
a great idea, Biz. I loved, as a kid and
At Boltbogan
even
official
rewatching,
adamantines all worn out.
I love the police squad intro. Or what am I thinking of? What's the spoof one? So Police Squad was like the original one. And then Lethal Weapon or what is it? What is the one with Leslie Nielsen that like spoofed it? Maybe that is Police Squad. I don't remember.
Naked Gun?
Naked Gun. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. The Naked Gun intros. That was amazing.
MR_Seeker said, I join, and the first thing I hear is weapon.
Yeah, what's your favorite gun, everybody? Let's get into the real stuff people want to watch. My favorite gun is Big Gun. Good morning, Mr. Seeker.
Desert Eagle.
Deagle. Shooting guns is fun, kind of scary. I just don't think I could own a gun.
Byzantiadev said, honestly the Calico. It's so wacky.
I don't know that one. I shot guns when I was in like Boy Scouts, but there was always like a ton of supervision or whatever, and we were on the range and everyone was shooting it. And then, ironically, for like a bachelor party,
P90, Stargate was a really good one.
I went to like a gun range near my house, and like I just shot like a 9mm. I forget. I don't even remember what it was, but I was just like, something like just scared me about it. And I sucked. I couldn't figure out the aiming. I was like, I could barely hit the target. I was like, man, aiming is way harder. You gotta like, you can't just look down the barrel and like look at the sights. You gotta be holding it like really straight. And I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. But I was.
Volkswagen official said, "My is the sling that killed Goliath."
I had like the fear that the
MR_seeker said, "I shot .22 at a 1-inch target at 15 meter in the sky."
Dang! Brag much. I would love to do like skeet shooting or whatever, but again, like I just like I feel like I can never have a gun in my house. I just like envision like my life going like a gun safety video and somebody I love shooting themselves or shooting me. I'm like, I don't want to live in fear in my own house. And my neighborhood's pretty safe.
It's not skeet shooting. It is a shooting guild from 1800.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Volkswagen official said, "Did it made into the MLG montage?"
Yeah. Oh, baby, a triple. I love that too. That is such a funny.
"Have you ever seen those really violent PSAs about health and safety?"
I so understand where that kid's coming to, like faking a clip with his friends to go like viral, but it's like so obviously fake. Oh my God! I killed them all! Yay! I'm like at the top guy on the charts, and they like cut to it, and it's just like him cut and paste to the top. You ever see those really violent PSAs about health and safety? Yes. The forklift safety one. Or there's a UK one about these kids on a farm. I forget what it's called. But it's like a famous one.
MR_seeker said,
and like,
"The best PSA
is
the ones
farm.
where they start from the aftermath to the start."
Brutal recreations. Where they start from the aftermath. No, I like the mystery of like not knowing who's gonna die. And in this farm documentary, I'll have to look up the name. I'll put it in Discord. They do like fake outs. They're like a blind corner or like harvester machine is like turning and they just run past it. I'm like, oh my God, this like PSA movie is like doing some Hollywood shit. It's not just purely informational. It's trying to scare the shit out of you. And like it starts with like 7 kids and it ends with like 2 or 3. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And you know, it's shocking because you're like, they're not gonna kill the kid. Oh my God, they killed the kid.
You see the whole accident between a car and motorcycle in reverse.
Woo.
Byzantiadev said, "It's those or the 1940s ones that are really pointless.
Oh yeah.
Half of them are worried about things you've never needed to think about."
Your school has you worried about cigarettes, but what about the nuclear bomb? Hide under your desk and put a paper textbook over your neck. You know, to block the nuclear bomb. Ask your parents to build a bomb shelter made out of 30-foot thick lead-plated steel. And
MR
don't forget to drink
Seeker
your
said,
Ovaltine.
You know the nuclear bomb caused the Pastafarians to come out of hiding?
Yeah, you get to see what people really believe in times of
Byzantia
terror.
Dev said, do-it-yourself bunkers are so wacky.
Yeah.
MR Seeker said, strainer on the head.
Yeah, that blocks the alien rays in case they try to swoop in after the nuke goes off. And bunkers are like bank vaults. They're not meant to be moved. So there's all these like
No,
secret
that is
bunkers out there
aluminium foil
probably.
hat.
And these people have died of natural causes. And there's just like a lifetime supply of food in them. Just beans that are going bad. I wonder if this... I might be overestimating. There's not that many people that like fully committed to that level, but there's definitely some. I can at least with some certainty say there's like
Byzantia
a secret
Dev
bunker out
said,
there somewhere.
My favorite thing about alien
only one guy knew
conspiracies is
about.
that local people think they're important enough to be abducted in the first place.
And like he knew about the lat launch, and they're written somewhere. And all of his things that are sitting in a Goodwill.
MR Seeker said, strainers prevent loose debris from dropping on your head. Strainer prevents you from getting hit and is less heavy than a Dutch oven.
Yeah, why do farmers think that they're going to be abducted? And not like, I don't know, if aliens can just abduct people without anyone noticing, why wouldn't it be the president? Why would it be you and your cows in a random... Or is it more possible that you just don't know where your cow is because you're not that organized? And instead
Why
of
you
aliens
think they are
abducting your
farmers?
property... Why do you think they are farmers? Yeah, I don't know. I think that is a tribute to human creativity, though, to be like, I don't know why this happened, so I'm going to invent a rich fictional universe. And that's definitely it. My cow got abducted. My cow's missing. I don't know where it went. It's not walking around. I can't find its body. You know, must be aliens. Because I think, you know, some people definitely do it for the clout and the fame. But some people do it, it's like people who get hypnotized. They really think they get hypnotized.
Bulkbogan official said, if humans will find life on other planet, would we even be so secretive about it with them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wouldn't it be like a huge discovery? What is preventing us? It's not like I could
Seeker
take
said,
my rocket ship
nobody
and go
knows
to the
when
moon.
a human in a city disappears, but everyone knows when the farmer is gone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's like missing children. There's like you go to City Hall in these small farming towns that believe in aliens, and like it's just filled with like missing kids. They're like, fuck the kids. My one cow is gone. Where's Farmer John? Where's Farmer John? Yeah, what would be the reason? Like, that's the one thing. They're hiding the fact that they know aliens exist. Why?
Byzantia Dev said,
what would possibly
statistically,
be the reason?
at least one person must have cheated and blamed it on aliens.
Yeah. Do they think we're just going to blame all our problems on the aliens? Well, maybe, actually. That's actually a pretty good reason. Yeah. Jebediah, I was immaculately conceived by an alien that visited me in the night. Oh, damn aliens!
You know that aliens came after Trinity?
Aliens came after what? What's Trinity? From the Matrix? That's where my mind first went.
A-bomb.
Blade Trinity? Oh, interesting.
Byzantiadev said, damn
Yeah,
aliens
it opened
leaving
a portal.
lipstick marks on married men's shirts.
It opened a wormhole, and all the aliens came out. Yeah. I swear, Marie, on my life, it was an alien done left this lipstick on my collar. Okay, Jebediah, I love you. I'm going to lead a group of people at the church to sing a sermon about anti-alien.
MR_Seeker said, I find it surprising that aliens look a lot like the movies at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Byzantiadev said, at MR_Seeker always the grays.
That's why I appreciate Star Trek, you know. Star Trek, those space anomalies and like, yeah. It really took aliens don't look like little gray guys. Very interesting. Alien races on the show, very interesting. Aliens that are rare to even them. They're like, we have never seen this before in the history of man. And it's like, yeah, it's also the plot of the episode, but it's also like interesting and like Q and like, I kind of don't know how I feel about Q. Not my favorite episode.
Bulk Official
like
said, I thought most Star Trek aliens are just humans with funny prosthetics.
I have mixed feelings about Q. I think the series is better having him in it, but
I always wonder
know.
how many godlike beings you meet on a Starfleet vessel before you get kinda bored of it.
Mm-hmm. That's true too, Bulk. Yeah, a lot of them were just sort of like, what can we throw together?
MR_Seeker said,
walking around in the background. But also, yeah, like things made of light and energy and just finding out a way to talk to the Darmok and Jalad episode. Like, we don't know how to talk to these people. We're like masters of linguistics in every way, shape, and form possible. And they did it, like, they did this thing that killed that guy.
Byzantiadev said, have you seen the Star
closer.
Trek episode with the space gypsies?
Probably.
So of the time,
yeah. Oh, here we go. The sun right in my face. Darmok and Jalad Antanagra. That is the word.
He has risen.
He has risen. Yes. Such a good episode. Another great episode, one of my favorites, is the Data episode.
MR_Seeker said,
taking them apart,
the best way to communicate with the universe, math.
And Picard has to, like, represent them.
Bulk Official said, there was one where there were half black, half white people, not sure what that was about.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, yeah, you're trying to be, you know, progressive, but you're actually being the more insulting than anyone has ever possibly done ever.
Byzantiadev said, at Bulk Official, a subtle reference to something I'm sure.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, some people are so hyper-fixated on race, and they're more offensive than anyone they hate, that they says racist things. I don't know, I almost air-quoted that. No, they're definitely people who say
Bulk
racist
Official
things,
said,
but, like,
all my knowledge about it is
time,
from Vinny and RLM, so I have no idea.
there's people who like to make it their personality, that they're so on your side and an ally, and yet they're the ones who fear you the most. That's interesting. I don't know. What a wacky world we live in.
MR_Seeker said, most people don't understand how the universe works, and still think it's flat.
Yeah. I used to think that was just like a mega troll, but then like it just didn't go away.
Byzantiadev said, one of my favorite tropes is when a stereotypical fake culture is xenophobes and not worried about the label.
Yeah. Yeah, we're xenophobic and we're proud to be xenophobic. Federation application denied. I think this was about, well, I was doing like Bigfoot research, but it's like the reason conspiracy theories exist is because people think they're way smarter than they are, and that nobody could be smarter than them. And so, like, in their mind,
MR
like,
underscore seeker
like
said, how many
genius
people you
level
need
on
to
this
survive as
planet.
a species?
How many people you need to survive as a species? Great question. I don't know. I have no idea.
Byzantiadev said, I think it's at least 4 mating pairs.
I like that answer. No. What a nightmare scenario that would actually be. I mean, look at, like, my sister wives. That guy is miserable.
Volkswagen official
and they all
said,
kind of want to divorce
now
his
that's a
ass.
party.
It's
MR
hard enough on
underscore
this
seeker
planet
said,
to have two
the
people
same
stay
amount
together
you
in
need to
their
keep
entire
those
lives.
conspiracy theories
Like,
alive.
that's so rare. It's so hard to do. And you need to overcome such trials and tribulations and grow together, talk together. Now try doing that with one extra person, and it's like just always destined for failure. I don't know any like polyamorous like long term. In fact, if you're like polyamorous, it seems like you throw away people because you're like, I can just switch to the one I like the most and then get a new group or whatever. I don't know.
Byzantiadev said, it keeps the incest out.
Well, maybe, hopefully, yeah. There was like a doctor in Michigan who was just like not respecting the boundaries. He worked at like a clinic where you donate, you know, the baby making stuff. And you're normally supposed to spread it out. There's regulations or whatever about how many times someone can donate and how many times a sample can be used to prevent, you know, two disparate people in the same area hooking up. And this guy used his own. Like
MR underscore seeker said,
he had like
you need around
500
150
children.
to keep the diversity, around
All in the
10.000 to keep
small
it
area.
diverse.
Oh, interesting. How are you coming up with these numbers?
Byzantiadev said,
Good to know, yeah. Write that down in case I have to.
Volkswagen official
recreate
said,
the
we
human
need
species.
Tinder
I
for
need to know.
endangered species.
We need Tinder for endangered species. Now that's an app. App for a cause. I can get behind that. Is there like a polar bear omegle where they're just like,
Byzantiadev
please
said,
look at the
the
penises?
pandas could use that. MR underscore seeker said, we have, it's called zoo.
You know what? I guess. All right, today was a low intensity day. We're only at 15 miles. Still good, but on average. I think yesterday we got up to like 17, 18. That's okay. We're just establishing a baseline.
I am
Figuring
waiting
it
for
out.
the first person to be locked up in one. Oh wait, we do. It's called a jail. Volkswagen official said, pandas are stupid and eat they children, so we trick them at zoos by switching babies around.
Oh, interesting. They eat their own kids? That just goes to show you diets don't work. You're just gonna eat your own kids if you take away the bacon.
Byzantiadev said,
Just eat the
the
bacon.
amount of effort
Please
put into
stop eating
saving
your
a
children."
species so bad at reproducing is amazing to me.
Yeah, I appreciate like
Volkswagen
trying
official
to.
said, but
But
they
they
cute.
cute. Yeah, I appreciate trying to save like animals that are like that we destroyed their homes and like preserving that. But if they like can't like naturally live in the modern world, it's like, ooh.
Byzantiadev
How
said,
much do we need to,
red pandas are as
how
well.
much effort needs to go into
They breed
this?
right.
At what point is it just like the plan is telling you this thing needs to... I'd be like, pandas are at the top of the food chain. It's not like nothing's eating pandas, other than other pandas, apparently. It's stuff in the middle we gotta worry about. And thankfully those are like plentiful. But if you're at the top of the food chain already, maybe it's okay if you're
MR_Seeker said, economics of pandas, give them a gift and then expect them to take care of them, or lose their trading license.
We could stand to let some things go extinct, I feel like. I mean, the amount of effort to like save things that are in better need, I don't know. At the same time, it's almost like a humanity test. Like, can you save this animal that's desperately trying to go extinct? Maybe it's a secret alien test. If they let the pandas die, we blow up the planet. Do you guys think
Kung Fu Panda did all that shit?
We activate the moon laser and Earth goes bye-bye. If there were 0 pandas on the planet Earth, we make way for the superhighway. The galactic superhighway. Do you think Kung Fu Panda did all that shit?
Byzantiadev said, it is a bit
That's
cruel.
My favorite documentary.
The chance of a species being chosen for a charity depends on how cute they are.
Yeah, that's true. What's that?
Nobody's going to start Save the Goblin Shark.
Oh yeah, Goblin Shark, or what's that? It's like a marsupial with like a damn medieval mace for a nose. What am I thinking of? I can't remember. Good luck saving that thing from the brink of destruction. Nobody
Hogan official said, there's like a movement about saving ugly endangered species too.
There you go. See, everything's been thought of before. Humanity is so fascinating. When you think you have an original thought, it's like 10,000 people have already had that thought and are like way further along with it than you are. The Earth is crazy. The Earth be crazy. We were talking yesterday, as we were like doing the technical test for the podcast, about like chewing your words is like a new trend. Like, oh God, no, I can't believe that happened. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the trend or whatever, but just really chewing your words. Humans are so weird. And so for the rest of the night, we were all just doing that, like, oh my God. All right, last minute here. The voodoo lily is like blooming. Look at that thing. I'm going to have to do like a time lapse of the voodoo lily. Let me tell you, it fucking stinks in here. Well,
I am to the limit.
Powering through it. Push it to the limit. Limit. Last minute of the workout. You gotta do it now or else you're gonna sit on your ass the rest of the day. I'm shaking the whole damn laptop. Man, you think the guy who made that song realized how revolutionary was it? Like a bell.
It really doesn't have much to do with Scarface, does it?
Yeah. All right. Time to get the day started. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your days, and see you tomorrow morning. Bye. Oh God, there's a T-Rex.